Ladies and gents, you're in for a treat today. Let them trade. This new game is coming out in a couple of days, on the 24th of July to be precise. The full game is coming out and I got my hands on it early. Now again, to be crystal clear, this is a few days before release, so there may be things that are not finished. You may see something slightly different at release, but I think it's close enough that we'll get a good idea of should we buy this or not. We have the campaign, we're also going to have sandbox, right? As well as a map editor, so that's really good. And yeah, let's play. As you can see, multiple maps, tutorials over here, and then the real campaign coming over there. Before we dive in, what is this game? Well, build a network of cities that produce and trade resources. Upgrade your castles and protect the cities from cheeky bandits. Tinker with the economy at your own pace and watch the charming wooden world grow into a lively and thriving kingdom. So, I think this is gonna be a bit more kind of a relaxing. At first glance, it reminds me a bit of Terrascape that we played last year and was really a lot of fun. So I'm hopeful that this is gonna be a blast. And it is. Tutorial number 1. Greetings, welcome to Let Them Trade. I am the king, your monarch and sovereign. This clever little fellow on my shoulders is my most trusted advisor, Mr. Nuts. So far I'm loving the style. This is definitely super cool. Mr. Nuts, squeak, squeak, squeak. Well said. Yes, I have big plans to grow the economy in my domain, but can't oversee everything personally. Feast and balls are just so time intensive that I hardly find times to do much else. That's why I'm looking for someone who is hardworking as I am. Okay. So up at the top over here we have, the quest, right? Side quest and milestone will be rewarded handsomely for completing these. Okay. So first we are moving the camera, right? Up, down, left, right, backwards, easy. We can pan forward. Oh, sorry, they're asking us to use the right button, right, of your mouse. We can also rotate with your middle button. That's classic. Q, knee. So far nothing new, but it's good to know that it's there. We can zoom pretty closely. Let's look at this castle. Yeah. We can press R and P to reset. Okay, interesting. It's time to build your first city. Cities are founded by first placing a city center. Select the city center in the basic tab. Okay, so it is. We have the city center. We can have 4 right now. They cost 1,000. I can see I have 7,000 of money right now. And it is. We have a city center that's being built. Wait for the construction to finish. Okay, I'll wait. Oh, that's long. We can accelerate the time. So let's do that now. It is. I've accelerated the speed. Great. Now that you've founded a new city, you can place production and residential buildings on neighboring tiles. Start by placing 2 potato farms on green fertile soil and 2 peasant homes. Okay, so let's go into peasant. We can see the houses and the farms. I mean, we don't really have a... we don't know how we are gonna get bonuses. I can see some bonuses there. But let's put one here and one there. Okay. So that is done, right? 2 and 2, they're being built quickly. Okay, you can see them starting to have some animation. Did you see the little guy with carts? I did see that. These are the city transporter. All resources must be transported from where they are produced to where they consume. Okay, so let's see. When you're about to place a building, you'll see arrows when you indicate the distance. Alright, a city that only has a limited amount of transporter, which means that the bigger the city gets, the farther the transporter will need to travel, and the more difficult it will be to keep up. So we need to be a bit smart there. You may have noticed that there are some grey unexplored tile to the northeast of the castle over here. Okay, in the top left, you'll see the UI where your knights over here. Click on it and select scouting. Okay, we're gonna do that. Oh, what's happening? Sir. Yes, go there. Okay. So that's my knight, right? We can find it. He's here. Sir Aldwin. Okay. He has a scout package. So we click on him and we are... Ah. Huh. What did I do? Here. Order the knight back. Jump to the knight. Set the knight to scout mode. Over here. Okay. So we're back into slow mode. Let's go back to speed mode. And he had discovered a forest. Let's find a new city next to the forest. If you say so, my lord. It is. Nice. Okay. So a new city center we can build. Basic city center. They don't really tell us where. Guess let's go over here. Most resource building needs to be placed on a specific tile to work. The lumberjack hut must be placed on the forest to produce wood, right? And they require inhabitants to work there. In this case, peasants. So we need some peasants to work close by, right? That's the idea. So lumber, I'm gonna place one. Do they say how many? Oh, just one, they say. Okay. And then, you know, a house, I guess we can place anywhere we want. Okay, this is being built. We can see some animations. There is also a lot of things here. Some slots. The guild. Okay. Inhabitants have needs and wants, and this reflected in the resource they consume. If the inhabitants' needs are met, they will remain in the city. If not, they will become unhappy and move out. Okay. So that's not great. The resources are broken out into two groups, basic and luxury. Basic resources are the most important to make them, you know, happy. Okay, if both basic resources are provided, they will no longer move out. Okay, so this is what you want. And then luxury provide extra happiness, but they are not enough if the basics are missing. Besides making sure the inhabitants don't move out, happiness is also important to give money. So basically, you give the basic goods so that people stay and work, and then you give them luxury so they give you more money. Okay, so what are those resources? How do we see them? Now that we have two cities, they can trade, right? Okay, so we're gonna want to connect the castle and the cities with roads. This is in basics. We have the roads over here, we have bridges too. Oh, they're sending some resources. So I'm gonna connect a road there. Do I need to connect it like that too? Yes. So we need to connect nicely like that, and I guess all the way over here. Okay, so we connected everything with road. Now each city has its own budget. Will it spend on buying resources from others and sell what it overproduces? Therefore, the price of resources are determined by supply and demand. Ooh, I like that complexity. This is because on every trade, you levy a trade tax. Okay, and this is how I make money over here. Right? You can see we're making money. Okay, but beware of monopolies as they may drive up prices and make the economy inefficient. You can see the market price of a resource in the global resource overview in the top left. So over here, right, we can see the price of potato is pretty high, and the price of those two things, it doesn't exist. Okay. So should we click on it, by the way? No, we can't. So right now we're producing, the first city produce potato and buy wood. The second is producing wood and buying potato, right? That's the idea. So let's slow down a bit. Yeah, we can see that the wood, right? Somebody is trying to sell it. Here's the same. These are merchants, basically, right? If I understand correctly, that are being sent from this one. And we can see each of the city also with their own money. Okay, the price increasing, decreasing. Where are the needs? That's what I was missing, though. So resources. I guess the needs are gonna be somewhere over here. But maybe I'm jumping the gun. So, as I mentioned before, transporters move resources inside the city, while traders move resources between cities. A city has only a limited amount of both. Okay. Cities can be upgraded to upgrade the number of traders and transporters. Okay. Okay, but yeah, also we can upgrade. Let's upgrade one of the city and click on that button here. So right now this is a tier 1 city. If I click here, it will cost 250 coins, but we have that. It will take 20 wood and 20 planks. I'm guessing we have that because it's the tutorial, and they're giving us one more city transporter, one more city trader, and +2 increased city size limit. Okay, so we're gonna do it. Yeah, I see we have 20 indeed of the planks, so I guess they're sending them to upgrade the city. It's doing that slowly but surely. Let's do this, and these guys, they say we don't have any wool. They are looking for wool, but where do we see that? I guess over here, right, where we can see they want some fish, but which one are the basics and which one are the luxury? I don't know yet. We've finished the first part of the tutorial. In the second part, you learn about researching more advanced building, as well as upgrade and modification. But can I just see which one? I mean, we have potatoes and wood, that's clear. This is the demand. This is the production. Okay. So yeah, it's not clear which one are luxury. Maybe I missed it. We'll see now the second tutorial. Greeting, my dear subject. After such a good showing last time, I've decided that you have promise and to teach you another thing or two. Today you learn about research, upgrades and modification. Okay. Before we start, we need to solve a little problem. I've been siphoning off a few coins from the infrastructure budget here and there to pay for my birthday party. In times of austerity, a strong leader must take tough decisions. Sadly, this has led to some minor unintended consequences, such as the complete and utter dilapidation of the kingdom's bridges. That's not good. So they're telling us to build some, I guess. Alright. Do you see those roads over leading to the shore? The bridge connecting them collapsed, and now the two towns can trade. Let's connect them. Right. So they're just showing us that it's not just road, it's also bridges that can be made. It costs more money for sure. Right. This was, I think, 300. Very good. Now the cities will trade again. While wood and potatoes are nice, we also want to produce planks from wood, and we're gonna need to research that. Okay. Research is done in your castle. Normally you must build a research center yourself, but I will construct it today to help speed up the process. In my castle, we have now an extension. It's the research tree. Okay. In the top left corner, we can see it over here, and we're gonna look at it. They want us to get it. So let's go. We have the sawmill. We have also potentially improvement of these, right? But yeah, let's research the sawmill. It costs, what is it, 20 wood. And based on the price of the market, right, we're gonna need to pay that price. So we need to keep that in mind. Is there anything else we should be doing right now? I guess not. Except maybe we can check these things. So there is 3 peasants over here. Happiness is at 33%, which is not great. Hopefully this will increase now that we have potatoes and wood. We're making 15 wood, and I can check over here how much wood they want. They want only 2 wood, so we have overproduction of wood. That's good. That's good. Okay. The research is almost done, 80%. Right, we can see it. Good. Let's accelerate slightly. Done. Now the sawmill has appeared in the build menu. So let's check it out. We have it indeed over here. Taking 2 wood to make 4 planks, right? With 2 workers. Good. So we are overproducing wood over here, so that makes sense to build it there. We're gonna continue accelerating time. It is at 50% done. Let's go. It's a really cute art style, if I may say so. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below, but yeah, I'm liking it. Besides researching new buildings, it is also possible to research new upgrades. Once unlocked, they will allow you to select production or residential building and upgrade it, right? So that makes sense. Let's try it with lumberjack hut. Okay, press OK, go here, lumberjack hut, and we have the upgrade to tier 2. 20 planks, 20 wood, it will increase the output by 30%. So that is pretty good. That is pretty good. Okay. And by the way, again, these are my resources right now. So we just spent a lot of resource for this research. And that way this will get started. Now, here it is 20, 30, 40% done. That's great. This other cities are slowly growing also in terms of money, by the way, right? But yeah, we have now done the upgrade. So we can select one of the lumberjack huts and upgrade it over here. Cost some resources as always and some money, so keep that in mind. But that's gonna help us in the long term, of course. Now you got to spend money to make money. That's the name of the game. What? Why didn't it finished? Didn't I do that upgrade? Oh, maybe oh no, I upgraded the city. Sorry, my bad. Still there. It costs just a lot less than the upgrade I just did. Okay, that's fine. 80%, 100% done. Okay. Researching upgrades will also unlock modification. Modifications are different to upgrades in that they can be turned off and on. Okay. Modifications are unique to every building and come in different types. Some provide bonuses depending on neighboring tiles, some change the building's input and output, and other change how many and what type of inhabitants may work or live there. It's a bit like items in Anno 1800. Both production and residential buildings have modification. But for now, let's test the forester modification for the lumberjack hut. Okay, so let's check it out indeed. We have the modification, we have two modifications here. One is the lumberjack guild plus 10% output for every other building of the same type, okay? Or peasant plus one peasant, so one more worker will give you plus 50% output, okay? Interesting. Now let's look at buying resource at your castle. As you may have noticed, it's set to auto buy. Your castle will send out traders. So we've definitely been buying, I think. So in the resource tab, we can actually check what we want to buy. Okay, this may take a while. We'll negotiate a fair price. Okay, if you want to speed up, you can use direct buy. So you can access direct buy also over here into the research tab. Okay. And yeah, while this method is fast, the price may not be good. Obviously, that makes sense. So try to buy a bit of wood. So if we go over here, right, we can see my wood. If I go over there in my castle, I can go into the resource. And as I said, you know, we can move some of those numbers. They're trying to buy a few things, or we can do direct buy, right? Which is where? Here. Okay, buy 10. The mission is actually to buy 60. Ooh. But yeah, that costs obviously a bit more to buy so much. You have finished the second part of the tutorial. I have the perfect little task for you. Something small to get you started. Meet me on the next map if you're ready to get started on your first proper job. Okay, I hope you're still enjoying this one. Let's go to the final tutorial. See a bit more complex. My dear and loyal subject, welcome to the Crooksquay on the outskirts of the kingdom. I know this may have come as a surprise, but despite my impeccably wise and selfless leadership, this kingdom does have an occasional problem with bandits. While Crookscay may look like a lovely and serene island, it's been preyed on by the bandits Big Bad Bob. I can accept a bit of stolen food here and there, but Bob recently did the unacceptable, and he started robbing my sweet trade. Ha! Today you're going to learn how to train retinue, equip the knight, and finally kick Big Bad Bob butt. First, let's research the light barracks building in the research tree. When it's completed, you'll find it in the castle tab of the build menu. Okay, so we go into the research first. They tell us to do the light barrack over here. Okay, and you can see the research tree. Ooh, different tiers of population, right? Right now we focused a lot on the peasants. There's gonna be others. So we're doing this research. Then they're gonna want us to build it. Okay, I mean, I guess let's just accelerate the time. Not much else we should do right now. Where is the mean person? I don't know. Okay, so we build it. Let's add it to my castle. Gonna take a second. Now that you have a barracks, you can train some retinue. Retinue is produced in the castle and can be equipped to the knight when he's back home. It will help out in battle, increasing combat strength. Okay. At the light barrack, you can train the light one. They're newbies, but may not be the strongest, but they will still pad out the numbers. If you ever want more detailed information about any of the system, you can ask or open Mr. Nuts wiki by clicking on the question mark. Okay, so let's click over here. We can see indeed we are producing, right, some light retinue. We have right now one done, if I'm not mistaken, or we're producing one every time this is done. Okay, and where is my knight? Yes, great, we are trained some, so equip them to the knight. That's why I was clicking on the knight. Okay, so let's click again on the knight, and here it is. So we have the light one, we have the medium, we have the heavy retinue. Okay, we have produced a bit. Okay, how many can I put? A lot. It's slow. Look, it's Big Bad Bob, and he's making for the trade route. Select the guard mode. Okay. Okay, so let's so he's here and me, I'm there, so this is the guard mode. I'm not sure where he's gonna come, but if I put myself here, I should be able to intercept him. Yeah, oh, it is, we're fighting 6-2. Look at this big fight. Whew. Yeah, we won. So obviously it's not Manor Lord fights, but again, I think for the theme, it works well. I like it. Now we need to attack. Oh, we need to attack the camp before the guy attacks us, I think. Oops, wrong button. So let's click here and click on the actual bandit camp before he creates new bandits. So it is 9-2, 8-2, 7-2. Oh, they're strong. Ah, that's what you get for disturbing my lovely trade. Very good work. We sure showed him. It seems you really are handy to have around. I guess I'll have to find a job for you. Report back when you're ready. I'll see you on the next map. Okay, I think again this was, the final tutorial, if I'm not mistaken. Here it is, and so now we can start the real campaign. Alright, let's see what's happening. Oh, that's a bigger map already, obviously, right? Greeting loyal subjects, Mr. Nuts and I have decided that we need to spruce up the kingdom's wood production. This forest seems like a fine area for lumber. We will firstly need to establish an economy before we build up a population of workers. So we're gonna go to the second tier population, right? Then we can expand and optimize wood production. Sadly, I will not be able to oversee this personally, as the outdoors wreak absolute havoc on my completion. That's when I thought of you. You don't care about completions, right? Okay, so we have the quest over here, right? The first thing we need to do is to establish a base economy, build 2 cities, one to produce wood and another to produce potatoes, so like we did in the tutorial. They show us here the quest, right? We have also a milestone to connect all of your cities with roads. So yeah, let's dive right in, so we're gonna need to create some cities. I'm thinking we probably want one not too far to the forest, and then the one for potato probably needs like as much space as possible, which we could potentially just do it there, but it's maybe far from the castle. Let's go over here. Then we're gonna connect them right away with road. Those cost a bit of money, but not that much, so I think that's fine. And to the castle. Okay, then we're gonna want a couple of things, right? We said we're gonna want some wood here. Let's go with 2 and 2 houses. Actually, I'm gonna put this guy here. This is 15 wood. We have no resource right now, so let's not go too crazy. And then potatoes on this one. So let's go 1, 2, and then a house there. This is, by the way, this is making 2 people potentially, and we need 2 people for 1 farm, it seems. At least that if you want it to run perfectly, right? Okay, so let's unpause now. If we finish this first thing, then we're gonna get another milestone which gives us 500 coins when we trade 25 wood and 25 potatoes. Right. All of these things need to be built, so let's accelerate the time a bit. Very low on resources, I think that's the problem. So the cities have been built. Now they're building all of the productions. Oh, there is bandits somewhere, they say. Fine work. Look at those little settlements. Oh, quaint. But fine words do butter no partnership, nor chop any wood for that matter. I've allotted you more land to develop, and now it's time to really get serious. Indeed, the map has grown even more. We're going to need many more inhabitants to work as lumberjacks. Wood doesn't grow on trees, I think it does. Grow the population so that we have enough workers to meet production requirements. So they want 16 peasants. We need to do that trade. We can have more cities, like 4 cities if we want. So let's go crazy for sure. We're gonna want maybe another city towards... There's not a lot of space there. Let me see. Here there's a lot of space and there's a mine. So that could be cool in the future. So let's go here for a 3rd and a 4th towards here. Okay. So we have created we are creating 4 cities. We're gonna make sure to connect them. It's gonna cost 400. Oh, that's a... No, let's not connect them right away. Let's wait a bit more. We're doing these, so that's fine. What else? We're gonna need more peasants. So I could get more peasants in the same cities or in the others. We're gonna do the others better right now. We don't really have access to anything else. Can I start research? We've already unlocked this, but they don't tell me there. And usually I feel like you need to wait for them to tell you to do something, but at the same time, I think let's do a research center. No, we need some... Maybe we start the sawmill at least over here with another house there. If I look at this house, right, we have 2 people. They are happy-ish. Oh, here it is, by the way. Sorry, my bad. We can see these are the basic needs. As long as they get this, they're happy. Okay, so I shouldn't worry too much about the other resources right now. And so maybe what we do is, we can also potentially have a city that does both of those things, Wait, what's happening? Oh, we need a building next to it. So let's do that here. And let's do that. And then you can be here. So this city should be, and I know it's the opposite of let them trade, but this city should have everything on site, which hopefully can also be good at some point. Okay, we already have 12 people. Now it is still sending surplus to other cities. We're going to create a road. Thinking we go over here at the top. Right. Like this. Shift done. Okay, so we have another connection here. We have a milestone of 2 cities upgraded, by the way, to level 2. So let's see. This is going to increase the city, get more transporters, so sure, why not? And so we can continue, to expand this city a bit more. Oh no, we need to wait for the upgrade to be done. The upgrade is done now, right? So yes, I can add 2 more buildings to this city. And this is how we can get, I think, to 16 workers without really touching a 3rd city yet. Just to show you, let's also upgrade that one to level 2 so that we can, again, create more buildings and also help get this milestone done. Okay. We are a bit low on money, but hopefully... Wait, the upgrade is not happening? Oh, it is happening, but it requires some stone. Sorry, my bad, I missed that. So how are we gonna get some stone? It's probably the next thing they're gonna show us. This looks great, but the current amount of production is not exactly what I had in mind. It's time to get more of those burly fellows to work and up the output. You can build more lumberjack, or you could try upgrading, the one. Sure. So we need to do probably the research one. What is that? Oh, this is a knight. Now let's do the research one. This has been upgraded. No, this has... Wait. No, this has already been upgraded. Great. So what is the next one? We need a tax income of 100 for 30 seconds, which means high happiness. Now we should reach 70 of production of wood, and optional is to upgrade a lumberjack hut to level 2. So that's what we're gonna try to do, right? Let's go upgrade to level 2, expanding also a bit this city, all right? Not let them be on their own. The road is not gonna be that easy, or maybe through here actually, all right? If I go here, and then here, and then there. Okay, so it costs a bit of money, but at least everybody is connected. So hopefully we make more money soon. This is increasing. Okay, we have some good resource here, it seems. Loving it. Good. We have done the research for this. So now let's upgrade a couple, I guess, of these. Here, lumberjack hut to level 2, 100 coin. We don't have that many coins, but okay. I didn't check actually. If we look at my resource, what we're trying to get 50, 30, 50. Okay, it's fine. But oh, these are the prices. Sorry, I forgot about this. Yeah, these are the prices, not the amount that I have. Okay. So yeah, it is. One upgrade has been done. All right, this is upgraded to level 2. We can also potentially do this. So here it is. One more worker. How do I see the amount of people that are free? There's 9 jobs and there's only 8 people. So this is how you see it. So if we add one more, I can't because this is already the maximum. Okay, that's fine. So let's not do that one. Instead, maybe let's do this. Okay. We need to continue increasing slightly the production, and they want us to get a high tax income, but I don't know if that's possible at this point in the game. What I can do is upgrade this for sure. So let's go make more production of wood. When this is built, we can add another woodcutter over here. And then I can probably upgrade this city also to the next. Oh, no, this is the max. So yeah, we need to upgrade it first. Let's look also at my city on this side. How are we doing here? How are we doing? And if we check out my people, you know, they seem pretty happy. So that's a good start. We can upgrade that one too. Costing me a lot of money, of course, to do all of this. But remember, you need to make money to get money. Okay, we're gonna need some houses. Oh no, we're at the max. First we need to upgrade. Getting the resources, here it is. And 100%. So let's build some new houses, done. Okay, and on this side, I want you to do a wood one. Will that get me to the 70? Maybe not. But what I can also do is to upgrade probably a few others. Okay, oh, I've used all of my money. I know I was a bit crazy there. That's more like it. Now that's the kind of wood production Mr. Nuts and I had in mind. You really have a knack for the deforestation and destruction of a all growth forest. Congratulations. I don't know if... Oh, the scenario is complete. Okay, that was not too hard. But we definitely didn't get this tax income so high. So let me just recheck quickly here. Economics fundamentals. Yeah, they trade. And when they trade, we make money, right? So actually, I think it was indeed a mistake for me to make a city that was self-sufficient. Is you need to force them to trade as much as possible. Okay, yeah, that's clear. And probably I should try to buy less than before. So let's give it a second. And what we're gonna do is, I guess over here, we want to delete this. Can I delete stuff? Yeah, I don't see a delete button. All right, this is my event logs. This is global detail modes. No delete button anywhere, ladies and gents. So I don't think we're gonna be able to turn it around to make more money, especially, or maybe I can actually if I start unlocking some of those other resources there. But I think this is good for this first episode, ladies and gents. How do I now? I could restart, of course. Let me just save it quickly and then go back to the main menu. Now we do have a new scenario there, which we can do in the next episode, ladies and gents, because I definitely want to play this one a bit more, try to really master it. I hope you all enjoyed this one. Do tell me in the comments below if you have any questions for the request, and I hope to see you next time.